Hello, this is Pastor Marleen Griffith-Stahl, and I'm coming with a message for those of you who are young or young at heart, and especially for the people at St. Mark Lutheran Church in Mechanicsburg, Pennsylvania. Did you ever do something and make a mistake, a really big mistake, and you had a really hard time trying to know that it was forgiven, know that you'd be forgiven for it? Maybe it was something that you did that you thought your parents would never forgive you for. Maybe it's something that you did to a brother or sister. Or maybe it was something you did at school and you tried to hide it as much as you could. Maybe nobody even caught you, but you still felt really guilty about it and you weren't sure that it could be forgiven. Well, I'm here to tell you that God has something really important, a really big eraser. This is sometimes what we need for the mistakes that we make. You know, sometimes we do something really bad, and you know what God does? God uses the eraser, wipes it out, blows all those pieces off, and it looks like fresh paper once again. That's how our lives are. God forgives us. And you know what else? Sometimes we do the same thing bad over and over again. Like maybe somebody tells you that you're not supposed to do something. And you know you're not supposed to do it, but it is so much fun. Or it is something that you just it's a bad habit and you can't stop doing it. And so you do it a second time. And you think, oh, they're never going to forgive me. And they forgive you again. Then you do it a third time. And you think, they're never going to forgive me. And you do it again. Do you know what God says about that? Jesus actually said this. He said, you know what? You should forgive him a lot of times because it's like erasing it. And you don't erase it once. You don't even just erase it 7 times. You erase it 77 times. Just keep erasing over and over again when somebody does something bad. Because that's what forgiveness is about. God challenges us too to act like big erasers. So know that when you do something wrong, Jesus has an awful big eraser and keeps erasing that sin. If it's a big one, might take up a lot of the eraser, but that's okay. God has an infinite supply of these big erasers. And if you do it dozens of times over and over again, it's okay. God keeps forgiving you each and every time. Jesus takes the eraser and wipes it away every time, over and over again. But he also tells you to do the same thing. So I hope that as you go to school, as you play with your brothers and sisters, as you try your hardest to listen to your parents, if somebody else does something wrong to you or something that hurts you, I hope you're armed with a big eraser and you can erase those things, forgive that person, and move on. Because that's what it means to be a follower of Christ. We forgive and we trust that God first forgives us. Amen.